the rates of suicide for Augusta County are greater than the state and national average.
Crystal Heinz is the executive director of Mental Health of America Augusta.
In this area, one of our biggest community needs is suicide prevention, especially with our youth.
Her agency partnered with Virginia Eagle Distributing to present national motivational speaker Jeremy Bates.
The reality is that everything that you need is currently inside of you. It's just, do you have courage to let it out?
On Thursday, Bates addressed students at Waynesboro, Stanton, and Riverheads High Schools. I caught up with Bates as he was speaking with students at Waynesboro High School.
Now what you can see, technology allows me to push on a button and make that choice disappear like it never happened. But you guys are getting to an age making some choices that have such critical consequence, you can't just push a button and make it disappear.
He explained how he was able to transform the students from not paying attention to becoming attentive.
I understand that when they come in, they're reserved because of some past experiences. And so you just have to try really quickly, first of all, give them permission to feel that way based on their experience, but just try and prove to them that you're not that person. And that happens probably within the first 5 minutes. The music piece is very big because once they see, that maybe you know some of the stuff that they do, or that you might vibe with the same music that they do, then that might be enough to kind of lock them in.
I was born into a life where my dad was 24 years old when he started dating my mom. She was 15. Yeah, some of you are like, ooh, that don't sound right. It's not right. It's called illegal. But they were excited for different reasons. But in that excitement, my dad was in the drug game. My mom was a young addict. And so for me to be born into that family, we watched things struggle and struggle hard.
Heinz says Bates' method of reaching students was successful earlier in the day at Stanton and Riverheads High Schools. She believes that pattern of success continued at Waynesboro High.
To inspire youth to make good decisions and smart choices, regardless of their past, regardless of maybe past experiences that they've had or past decisions that they've made that maybe they're not proud of, but to have hope in making a change for their future.
He shared with the students a story about his youngest son having suicidal thoughts.
This last June he came downstairs and said, "Dad, I need to talk to you." I was like, "What's up?" And he goes, "When I'm laying in bed, I'm hearing these voices in my head telling me I need to kill myself at night." My 11-year-old.
To get into your own personal story and people see you being vulnerable and authentic and who you are, then they kind of get drawn into that. And once those couple of things happen and they realize that you're not the typical adult that comes into them to talk at them, but kind of just talking with them and sharing your story, then I feel like most kids want to be engaged. They want to be involved in those conversations and be a part of those kinds of programs. So it's not really hard after that.
Rebecca Harmon is the Director of Human Resources for Virginia Eagle. She was with Bates during his tour of the Augusta High Schools.
I thought he was incredible. I thought coming into it, I was a little nervous how the students would react to him and his message. And after seeing the first presentation at Robert E. Lee this morning, it put all worries at ease. He connected with the students, they connected with him. They were engaged, they were positive, they were happy. It was not your typical thought of a high school presentation.
Bates spoke with more than 1,000 students on Thursday during his True Hope visits to Augusta County High Schools. The executive director of Mental Health of America Augusta says they are working to combat teenage drinking and drug usage, as well as teenage pregnancies.
We're always striving to implement programs that will help raise awareness and prevent youth from being exposed to those type of high-risk behaviors.
In Waynesboro, Elaine Rackley for Breaking Through News.